tell me please, what issues have been discussed at their session?
Yes, thank you. So the aim of the session was to facilitate a conversation between theological institutions and their role in the church and the academic world more broadly. So one of the issues discussed was basically all the panelists called for greater collaboration between the theological colleges. So for example, an idea was floated to have an electronic database whereby different faculty members from the different theological colleges could share their activities, their professional and research activities, where theological institutions could share information about conferences, share curricula. So I think the underlying theme was closer collaboration. That was one thing. A second thing that the panelists discussed were they brought to the fore some of the challenges faced by theological institutions. So beyond the financial difficulties, the bureaucratization of study where so much is demanded with paperwork, I think another issue that was brought to the fore was just never to forget, for theological colleges, not to forget what their ultimate aim is. And this sort of brought about discussion on the nature and task of theology. So theology is a difficult enterprise. It requires of the college to take students by the hand and lead them to an encounter with God. And that's very difficult. You need to inspire students. You don't only impart knowledge, but it's also a formative exercise, and ultimately it was noted it's a transformative exercise to lead them to an encounter with God. And it was noted that if we forget that that is our ultimate task, then of course we'll see numbers of enrolments dwindle and things like that. So there's some of the issues that were discussed in the group.
Thank you. My second question is, as a network of scholars, how can IOTA help advance this discussion in the future?
So what IOTA can do and is basically to facilitate a way whereby this collaboration that was called for can actually be realized. And it doesn't necessarily have to be too difficult a task. Taking small steps is important. So a very first small step could be the establishment of a database which would allow the different theological colleges, as I said before, to showcase what they're doing, but also to perhaps share information for faculty members to share their research, so there can become greater familiarity amongst scholars. And this becomes very important because if the different institutions know what's going on, obviously that results in greater collaboration. And at the end of the day, what that then results in is a richer student experience.
Okay, thank you for your answers.
Not at all. You're welcome.